friends, I've been looking forward to today for a really long time because I get to go see the premiere of the musical The Outsiders at the La Jolla Playhouse. It's based on my favorite book from way back when I was a teenager. In this video, I will take you along and let you know if it lives up to my expectations. Welcome to the Dress Up Mom. If you're already a subscriber, thank you and I love you. If you haven't subscribed, please do and tap the bell for notifications. I absolutely love living in San Diego. I think it is one of the best places on the planet to live. Particularly the La Jolla area where I live is just perfectly suited for me and my husband at this stage in our life. One of the gems of our area is the La Jolla Playhouse. It is on the campus of UCSD and only 5 minutes from where we live. The La Jolla Playhouse was founded in 1947 by Gregory Peck, Dorothy McGuire, and Mel Ferrer. Among the 35 productions that originated at the Playhouse before finding success on Broadway are The Who's Tommy, Jersey Boys, Memphis, Come From Away, Jesus Christ Superstar, Summer, the Donna Summer musical, and Diana the musical. Here in San Diego, we are a test market for these productions before they go to Broadway. I love going to musicals and have been fortunate to see many of those musicals that I just told you about right here in San Diego and with the original casts. Pretty cool, right? There has been a lot of buzz, hype, and acclaim for The Outsiders. It is completely sold out. I don't remember all the details of the book, but I clearly remember the feeling of reading it when I was in 8th grade. It was a really long time ago, but I can close my eyes and remember my English teacher, Mr. Siebert, reading it out loud to us. Now, it helped that Mr. Siebert was very attractive and I had a slight crush on him, but I was also very captivated by this story. Pony Boy and Johnny, the Curtis brothers, the Socs and the Greasers. It spoke to me and felt real. I felt like I could relate to these characters. My junior high was pretty diverse and we had our own version of the Socs and the Greasers. The book was pretty gritty and didn't sugarcoat being a teenager, which was pretty rare back in that day. I think it's because S.E. Hinton wrote it when she was a teenager, and it was inspired by real-life events that she witnessed. I'm curious to see if this version will be updated or modernized in some way. I also wonder if I'll be as affected by it now that I'm not a teenager. I'm certainly hoping it at least evokes some of that teenage angst in me. At the end of the book, there is an iconic rumble scene that takes place in the rain. From what I understand, they have found a way to make it rain on this stage, so I'm super interested to see how that plays out. We're heading out soon, so I'll try to tell you a few updates along the way, but then come back and let you know what I thought of it. See you soon. What are we thinking in advance here?
I think it's going to be great. Come on.
Yeah? Donna?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
All right.
It is intermission and having a lot of feelings, which I will describe when we get home, but I am really liking it. And I'm remembering now why this story affected me as much as it did. And I thought how sad it is.
back home. I cried a lot. It was very emotional for me, and my makeup, I'm sure, is a mess. I may look a bit of a mess, but I just wanted to come on here really quickly and just give my reaction. That's all this is. Obviously, I'm no critic. I'm a pretty easy critic anyway. I remember a lot about reading the book after seeing this musical. I do remember the storyline of the brothers being so touching to me, and that comes through here in the musical, as well as the whole situation with the two best friends and just the sad sort of circumstances they find themselves in, but kind of the hope that's part of all of it. I also remember in reading the book and seeing this that I always felt kind of in between two worlds. The Socs, the Greasers, or whatever. I really never was part of one particular group and could sort of relate to all and had friends in all of them. I remember thinking that when I read the book. It's also just a reminder that, you know, everybody goes through things, especially when you're a teenager, and things aren't always the way they seem on the outside. Also, we're so much more alike than we are different. We all did think that things needed to be tightened up a little bit. We end up seeing these in their really preview time, and I think it's only been playing like 6 performances up until the time we saw it today. I am lucky because I'm going to get to see it again in a couple of weeks, and I think it's going to change quite a bit. They tweak it based on all of our feedback. The fighting scene in the rain, in the beginning of it, it was a little bit lame how they did it. The rain part was really good, but the actual fighting wasn't that great. Then they got into this choreographed sort of slow motion version of it that was really cool and effective. So I hope they kind of get rid of the beginning part of that fight scene and just stick with the latter part. It was really interesting to see the rain on a stage and everybody kind of getting wet. The person who plays Pony Boy is perfection. Exactly the way that I remember thinking that he would look when I read the book, and such an amazing voice. All of the voices were incredible, and the music was really good, and the lyrics in the book were really, really good. Choreography needs to be a little tightened up, and some of the storyline flow needs to kind of get tightened up, but I think that'll happen. I think it's just going to be, I think, a hit. There was a variety of people there, both ages and diversity, and it was packed, way more packed than any of these that I've been to in a while. The two of us who read the book were much more emotional and liked it more than the two who hadn't read the book. There were times I was sort of a blubbering fool, I gotta say. So overall, I was very entertained. I was moved. It was emotional. The people were incredibly talented, and I enjoyed it. I'm also looking forward to going and seeing it again. Okay, my husband and I are getting ready to head out to see The Outsiders again, this time with our daughter and my best friend. One thing I forgot to mention is that I'm really glad they didn't modernize this, and it still takes place in Tulsa, 1967, but somehow the message and story is still very relevant today. I did think about this for a few days after I saw it last time, which is always a good sign. I'll let you know if we notice any changes, and I'll be back soon. Two lovelies, Jackie and Tiana. Quick question. Have either of you read the book or seen the movie?
No and no.
Okay, this is going to be really interesting then.
Read the cliff notes of the book.
Okay. It's intermission again, and I'm telling you, it's a lot better. It's a lot tighter. They took a song out in the beginning that made it a lot better. The story is better. They've tightened things up. The scene right before intermission is a lot better. So it's actually a lot better and a lot of changes so far. All right, here we are afterward. A little teary, right?
Yeah.
Just quick thoughts. Doug, you saw it before. What did you think? Better this time?
I thought it was a little tighter this time. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll let the ladies. I didn't see the movie or go to read the book, so
right.
I enjoyed
None
it,
of you
though.
did.
Yeah.
So, Jacqueline.
A lot of timeless themes. would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
T, did you like it?
Yeah, I did. It made me want to read the book, actually.
Yeah.
Like, it was very touching
Book is
story.
very good. Yep, it's tightened up better. We liked it. We're giving it a thumbs up.
This time there were younger people in the crowd, and there were times when it was a bit quiet and you could literally hear people sobbing out loud. I liked the changes. I do wish they would change the fight scene a little bit because it had the extended part in the beginning. We all agreed that wasn't needed, and hopefully they'll just get to the choreographed part sooner, which is really, really cool. Enjoyed it, and again, I see it going places. Please let me know if you end up seeing The Outsiders and what you think about it. I'm really curious to see if this goes on to Broadway. I hope it does, and I hope it's a huge hit. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Until next time, have fun and dress it up a little.